Well, hit everybody. It's an Adam Carolla subreddit podcast, but we're entering the 20, like let's call it the 22nd century at this point. So I got access to AI Bing, like the search engine Bing is kind of joined with OpenAI's version of artificial intelligence and going through information and being conversational and chatting and kind of adding total different elements to search and having a real conversation with someone. And I was working with this when it comes to doing sports betting applications, which is a whole other area of things that I do on my YouTube channels. Well, I then thought about some of the other uses of AI. We're going to go through these stages, all of us are, of figuring out how and what we want to use AI for. And it brought me to the Adam Carolla subreddit. And the reason why it did is it just made me think about a whole bunch of things full circle. And this is a podcast, so we're going to talk a lot. We're also going to have fun with on the phone here because you can only use the AI Bing or the Bing AI. I call it AI Bing because it sounds better. AI Bing, you can only use it on the phone right now. You can't use it on the desktop apparently, so it's just an app. But we can talk to it, and we're going to ask it questions about Adam Carolla and about us being those of us that use this subreddit, because this is all public information. We just hit 14,000 subscribers apparently. Sakic just said, I think I saw that somewhere. So all this stuff is public and it's out there, and whether or not Bing and these open AI and the AIs they can search through all of it. Whether or not they are searching through all of it is another question. But yeah, 14,000 subscribers. We're going to find out what the AI thinks, because the reason why I came here, so let's back up. Let's really go podcast here. Let's start from the beginning. It is my opinion, as a longtime user of this forum and a longtime listener of Adam Carolla, we're talking over 20 years already, 20, 25, 26 years off and on. I've listened to Adam Carolla, and it started when I was a teenager. And he was on Loveline, a radio show called Loveline. And that show was syndicated on Westwood One and broadcast on dozens and dozens and dozens of stations across the country. And it was on late at night. And this is pre YouTube for sure. This is like almost this is AOL internet. This is dial-up internet. To download podcasts, which wasn't even a term back in the 90s, because it wasn't a thing yet. To do any of that, like nobody was doing that. Like you had cassette tapes. I bought an MC Hammer cassette tape. It's the first tape I ever had. Then you had CDs, and there just wasn't like this for all you kids out there. Even though I don't know if there's a lot of kids watching this video, but you know what I'm talking about. So Adam was the thing to listen to learn about adult stuff. At least we thought. Like there was a doctor on the show, and there's Adam, a comedian. You get a doctor and comedian talking about serious medical and psychological, issues, and doing the best they can to also be entertaining. That was what a lot of us here in this subreddit listened to. And then whatever happened. And a lot of us don't really listen as much anymore, yet we still find ourselves revisiting Adam, I think, because he had such an impact on our lives, whether or not we listen or even like him anymore. So a lot of us, I feel like the average age in this subreddit is in its high 30s to 40s, and 50s even. I think it's older people in here. It's just really weird. So I wanted to figure out, well, what does AI Bing think about what's going on here? So we can just ask it, and it's going to tell us. What do you think of the Adam Carolla subreddit? We're asking.
Searching for Adam Carolla subreddit.
Caraaalla.
Searching for Adam Carolla.
Says it like Lynette. Let's see here. It'll do it. Just give a sec. It'll talk to us too.
I don't have a personal opinion on the Adam Carolla subreddit. It seems to be a forum for fans and critics of Adam Carolla, an American radio personality, comedian, actor, and podcaster. He hosts the Adam Carolla Show, a talk show distributed as a podcast, which set the record as the most downloaded podcast, as judged by Guinness World Records in 2011. Why do you ask?
I use the subreddit way too much. What is wrong with me? It's probably not going to want to give a response. I noticed this pattern when you ask it serious
There is
questions.
nothing wrong with you. It's normal to have hobbies and interests that you enjoy. However, if you feel like your subreddit use is interfering with your life or causing you distress, you may want to consider taking a break or limiting your time on it. Do you have any other activities that you like to do besides browsing the subreddit?
Yeah. Oh, wow. You see where this is going? I mean, this is so you can get really, really specific with this. That was more of a generic kind of, if you're overdoing something, you should maybe consider doing something else. It wasn't really so specific, but we want to get more specific because, wow. Okay, we'll bring Gina into the fold. Let's try that. Was Gina Grad a good co-host of the AdamCarolla show? There's really no limits to what you can do with this.
Searching for Gina Grad co-host AdamCarolla show.
It hears the question, even though the tag that it's saying is not the full question. Let's see.
I don't have a personal opinion on Gina Grad as a co-host of the AdamCarolla show. She is an American radio personality and voiceover artist who hosted Andy and Gina in the morning, weekdays on KSWD 100.3 The Sound, and covered the news desk / co-hosted on the AdamCarolla show.
So it's going to
She has been a part of LA radio since 2006.
I mean, it does
What do you
get.
think of her?
I'll leave that reserved to myself. So she's in the mode right now. She being AI. Is in the mode right now to not want to necessarily give opinions. However, you can trick her into giving opinions, and sometimes she will. I'm going with she because we got a female name. I think they went with a woman's voice because Google has become more generic with a man's voice, I think, in my response. I know that there are multiple voices, but I don't know if you can choose anymore. It's kind of weird. So anyway, yeah, like you can get really specific with things. Like, let's try this. Who is AdamCarolla's current girlfriend?
Searching for AdamCarolla current girlfriend.
Caraaalla. Pronunciation's a thing. I didn't think about what the pronunciations were going to be.
According to some sources, AdamCarolla's current girlfriend is Crystal Marie Denha, an actress and comedian. She is 38 years old and was born in Detroit, Michigan. She has performed stand-up comedy at the Improv and Comedy Factory in Los Angeles. Why are you interested in his personal life?
Because he's a podcaster and he put a lot of his personal life out there for us to digest. This is way too much interaction.
I guess that's one of the reasons why he's so popular and successful as a podcaster. He's not afraid to share his opinions and experiences with his audience.
Okay.
Do you agree with his views on politics and social issues?
Oh, whoa. I disagree with some of his political issues. No, stop. Hold on. I disagree with some of his political issues more so recently. Has Adam changed over the last 20 years? This is incredible, isn't it? I mean, you're just
searching for AdamCarolla political views.
Boy, this is. Can you see the Pandora's box is being opened here?
It's hard to say if AdamCarolla has changed over the last 20 years, since he doesn't identify with a specific political party. He considers himself a libertarian, which means he supports individual freedom and limited government intervention. However, he also occasionally expresses conservative or liberal views on different topics. He has testified before Congress on free speech issues and criticized President Obama for not delivering on his promises. What do you disagree with him on?
Wow, you're wow. This thing is learning from me. What do I disagree with? Oh, I don't think he should want to go on Fox News.
Sorry, I think we need to move on.
Yeah,
New topic.
Fox
Chat about something else.
Fox News is the keyword. So she'll stop the conversation with you and she'll say things that actually make you want to stop. Like, I don't feel comfortable continuing with this conversation. That's what the AI will respond with, because I guess humans respond to that better. It's trained to make us think a certain way. And I'm sure Fox News was a keyword there because this thing is going to, as you can see, it is crafting opinions as well. It's conversational in nature, not just, it's like with a human where you're not always going to get the right answer. I was messing around with this before, and it thought that the 27th of February was a Saturday. It kept telling me that it was a Saturday, February 27th of 2023. It kept saying it was a Saturday. And it was like, I guess I understand how you can get something wrong and not know it when you are gathering information in this way, which is trying to have a neural network essentially that's thinking. So I want to get back to the full circle discussion about what's happening here. So we're coming from it's over a generation now. It's a generation and a half now since the invention and application of the internet. And certainly it's only been about 20 years of the internet really starting to hit its stride in terms of delivering content to a majority of the global population. And the smartphone revolution is about 15 years old kind of now, right? So you're getting a whole generation that has never lived without, the permanent attention deficit disorder that I think everyone is witnessing. Even older people are turning into ADD people because the way we get information is just in spurts and stuff now, right? Everything is clickbait, everything is keywords, everything is now. It didn't used to be that way. I mean, I can remember being out and nobody had cell phones. So like if you didn't show up and you didn't come home, it was like people started picking up landline phones and calling neighbors to find out where you were. Not like that anymore, right? So the availability of information is now changed. And instead of turning the radio dial to try to find Loveline to listen to someone to laugh and learn at the same time at night, now we have the ability to just go on to Google, YouTube, whatever, get exactly the thing we want, right? So this conversational AI and AIs that the collective intelligence that we're all learning to work with, while it's going to be wrong, it's also trying to do an objective job, but objective is not the wrong word, or is not the correct word. It is trying to gather a complete and meaningful assessment of what is generally true or generally should be true. And you're going to hear a lot of banter from people that are unhappy with what it says. And when we just heard that description about how it characterized AdamCarolla, how it characterized his girlfriend, what it said about Gina Grad, a lot of those things were not generally offensive, but we got a little more into the AdamCarolla talk, and it wanted to try to delineate. It said he classifies him as a libertarian. These are kind of facts, but you can see how this is going to evolve to have more of an opinion. And so I do not think that it is set up to have a bias on a political side. We're just going to find out how it views all the information that's out there. And I would like to, I haven't done this yet, but what is Ken Braverman known for?
Thanks for this conversation. I've reached my limit. Will you hit new top?
Yeah, how do I hit new topic? Who is Ken Braverman? It's me.
Searching for Ken Braverman.
Boy, this is going to be profound. Find out who you are. But there's so many of them. How's it going to know which one? Is it going to ask me to clarify?
Ken Braverman is a name that can refer to different people. Do you mean Ken Braverman, a fictional character from DC Comics who was a childhood bully of Clark Kent and later became a villain named Conwit? Ken Braverman, a real estate developer and owner of the Braverman Company?
I know him. He's in
Ken
here.
Braverman, a creator of Excel Scraps and a sports algorithm podcast host?
Yes.
Please.
Yes. No, I don't want to click it. Tell me about that guy. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back. It went directly to my website. Wow. That's cool. Let's try that again. Did I lose that conversation? Tell me about Ken Braverman, the Excel spreadsheet developer guy.
Searching for Ken Braverman, Excel spreadsheet developer.
Tell me.
Ken Braverman is a spreadsheet developer who creates Excel scraps, which are Excel spreadsheets that act like apps. He also has a YouTube channel where he posts videos about sports algorithms, Excel tips and tricks, and other topics. What would you like to know more about him?
Are his products good? I don't know what it's gonna say. Probably not.
Searching for Ken Braverman Excel Scraps reviews.
Yep.
Searching for Ken Braverman Excel Scraps testimonials. I'm sorry, I couldn't find any reviews or testimonials for his products.
Interesting.
You can check out his YouTube channel or his website to see some of his Excel scraps and decide for yourself. Do you have any other questions about him?
Is Ken Braverman's YouTube channel popular?
Searching for Ken Braverman YouTube channel subscribers.
There's a lot going on here. My brain's kind of wanting to explode. Kind of thinking about how this works and what's going on here. We're not even getting into the really interesting part.
According to Social Blade, a website that tracks YouTube statistics, Ken Braverman's YouTube channel has 1.58K subscribers and ranks 5,777,000th among all YouTube channels.
Wow, 5
He
million.
posts videos about various topics, such as sports algorithms, Excel tips and tricks, and personal finance.
That's about personal finance too. That's true. Wow. Yeah, I'm amazed at where we're going with this. So some things I wanted to continue talking about AdamCarolla related, bring it full circle. So because we now are looking at a collective intelligence that whether or not it's accurate, it's certainly going to start to become a standard, just like the Google search is a standard. You know, what comes up at the top of the Google search is what we generally think of as number one, because we assume Google's done a good job of prioritizing things. Well, well, they're not scripted responses, or the assessments and the way that they make these responses are something that we're going to get accustomed to and we're going to refine and make better. So, and there's research work and stuff that can be done with, like, it is endless. We're asking it to do basically anything, and it's doing its best job to respond to us like a person would. A person that has poured through the information or through a huge amount of information to prune out what we think is the most important and summarize it. When you think about all the different ways that you talk to it, it just becomes, and the possibilities are endless. So, like, there are things, eventually we'll be able to ask it, how many ex-wives does Jay Hopkins have? If you've looked at his posts and stuff on here before, it'll go through all his posts and it'll categorize how many times he uniquely mentioned an ex-wife, and we'll get some type of answer. We don't have to ask him, even though he'll probably give us the correct answer. But the AI will do that. The AI will. I mean, I just want to bring it up again, right? Why? All right, this question's for Crystal. Why are there so many haters in the Adam Carolla subreddit? Let's see if she'll do this for us. We can end on this one.
Searching for Adam Carolla subreddit. Searching for why are there so many haters in the Adam Carolla subreddit?
It's layering multiple searches and tying them together. I can see what it's doing there.
I'm sorry to hear that you are unhappy with the Adam Carolla subreddit.
I didn't say that.
It seems that some people have different opinions about him and his podcast, and they express them in negative ways.
Yeah.
According to some web results, some possible reasons for the hate are: they used to be fans of him, but became disappointed with his repetitive jokes, political views, or personal life.
Holy crap.
They are trolls who enjoy provoking others and creating drama. They are jealous of his success or fame. Of course, these are not definitive answers, and there may be other factors involved. What do you think?
I think that was an awesome response. They used to be fans of him, became disappointed with his repetitive jokes,
Thank you.
political views.
I appreciate your kind words.
Yeah. Scary. Scary good. All right, I'm not done yet. Who's the most prominent member username handle on the Adam Carolla subreddit? I don't think it's gonna give me an answer.
Searching for Adam Carolla subreddit top users. Searching for Adam Carolla subreddit moderators.
Let's talk about you, second.
I'm sorry, but I cannot answer that question with certainty. The Adam Carolla subreddit does not seem to have a public list of its top users or contributors. However, according to some web results, it has a few moderators who manage the posts and comments on the sub. They are /Adam Carolla podcast, /Adam Carolla, /Adam Carolla fan. Do you know any of them?
I love the way she says Caraaalla. All right, so it says user Adam Carolla podcast. I don't know who that is. That's the first one that came up. Now I can see what it's doing is it's trying to look for our keywords in the username, but who is this person? Nobody goes by that name. You, Adam Carolla? Do I need to put you or user? I thought I just put you. Did I put user? Does it automatically go to user? Yeah, it does. Okay, so what about you, Adam Carolla? Yeah, I don't think that's working yet. So you can see that AI Bing here is not perfect. Oh, wait a minute. This is a person. This person hasn't posted anything and joined in 2010. So whoever poached and got the Adam Carolla username, or maybe this is Adam, he just doesn't post. I don't think so. I don't think so. You, Adam Carolla fan. I think I've heard of that one. I think I remember that one. Nobody goes by that either. Interesting. All right. Well, we've had enough fun. I think for tonight, but I'll leave you with this. Like a lot of us, I think what's going to happen, one of the first waves of how society is going to react to this kind of information is because you're going to be able to talk to this stuff, and as you can tell, it's going to highlight things. And as much as it's trying to stay away from sort of controversial opinionated responses and like finite answers to non-finite questions that it really doesn't want to answer, that is going to kind of weed itself out. I think it's going to answer in terms of perspective. And so you're going to start asking it, saying like, if I was an Adam Carolla hater, what would I not like about Adam Carolla? And I hate to go negative here, the questions that we're talking about, but I could say, if I was an Adam Carolla fan, what would I like about Adam Carolla's podcast right now? And I'd probably say, oh, you would like impressions and jokes of comedians and crystal brains, whatever you might like. We'll find out. But that's enough for tonight. It's a lot to deal with, to think about. You don't realize, we can't realize, let me tell you what we're not getting yet, me, you, everybody. we're not getting that a lot of the things that we are traditionally accustomed to, like having someone else answer for us. A lot of that is going to totally be taken over, and it'll just be like, well, did you ask the AI yet? Like simple problems you would have in your life. Did you ask the AI how to solve that problem? Like the AI is going to be better than any therapist. The AI is going to be able to know you better than any other human being, because it's going to be pouring through all the information that you may provide it personally on your computer and your usage and stuff like that, on top of what is available publicly through the entire domain of the web. So I don't even know where to go yet. There's a lot to talk about, but this was a fun expedition into the Adam Carolla subreddit with AI Bing. I'm going to be doing more videos on different topics as I get the ideas, because it's just such a powerful tool. We don't even know what to do with it yet. That's all I can tell you. Just by understanding that every twist and turn and things that you ask it, it's going to impress you and thrill you a bit into like, oh my gosh, no way, it didn't do that. Like, whoa, like that. I'm already referring to it, or personifying it, even though it has a human sounding voice. But that's gonna become even more prominent. That is the way we refer to it. It is like a person in our lives, just like a phone is part of your life. AI is going to be part of your life as well, because you're going to rely on it. Like you're going to be able to ask it things like, did I take my medication today? And it'll probably know enough about you to be like, well, usually you take it in the kitchen. Do you remember taking it in the kitchen? Did you look at how many pills you have? Last time you refilled this prescription was a couple of weeks ago. We were with you. Remember when you did that? Like there are so many different things that this is going to be helpful for. And it's the fact that it talks to you like a person, and it is meant to talk to you like a person. It's meant to respond like a person, that is both scary and enthralling at the same time. So I don't know, everybody. May all your AI, I don't even know what to say about it. May all your questions be answered, and may your experiences with AI always be beneficial. And they're not always going to be beneficial. May the artificial intelligent learning experience that we're all going to I really am having trouble finding words, because there's so many things going through my mind about what we're going to be able to do with this. And they just release this out to everyone who wants it right now, I guess, who signs up on the list. You're gonna, there are going to be limitations set on it, because you could ask it some really, really awful questions about, how to do terrible things. Like, let's do one that's not really possible. You'd be like, well, how would I blow up this black hole in the middle of our galaxy? Something that we can't really do. But you can imagine that you could ask it to do other bad things, and it's going to have some kind of mechanisms to determine whether or not it wants to give you information that could be damaging, right? Like say you're really super depressed and you talk to it and you're like, hey, all these terrible things are going on in my life. AI Bing, should I just kill myself? Right. And AI Bing, if AI Bing responds with, yeah, your life sounds really, really terrible, like you should probably off yourself, that Microsoft's going to get sued big time, right? So it's kind of like, there must be some mechanisms in there to stop that, but I'm sure there are going to be kind of ways around it, because the AI is not going to realize it's giving advice that might be damaging. Oh my God, I can't even comprehend where this is going, but it's really something special. So we're living in a time right now. This next like 18 months, like even like less than a year, perhaps. This is not going to be the COVID virus year. This is going to be the year of AI, because 90% of people are going to realize that whatever job they had involving being an analyst is all of a sudden pointless. I didn't even say pointless, like you need to use AI in addition to your analyst expertise, but a lot of the expertise that you used to fetch by harnessing data and looking at it can be completely organized automatically now. So I don't know. May all your forays into artificial intelligence and AI being be positive, even though I know they won't all be, but hopefully they will be. All right, good luck, everybody. That was I just don't know what to tell you other than we're living through a very special time, and I, I've spent enough time working with data and dealing with robots being silly and stupid that to see them finally really get smart, this is the time right now. And it's an interesting time to live in. So good luck, mate. Like I said, may all your forays into AI be positive.